You have 1 minute. You can start now.
Good morning, everyone. Today we are here to discuss whether smoking and tobacco products should be banned in public places in Hong Kong or not. So I'm arguing for the core side. I think it should be banned in public places in Hong Kong because the air pollution in Hong Kong nowadays is really quite serious. And while the process of smoking, the smokers are actually producing carbon dioxide, which is one of the greenhouse gas. And I believe that it will intensify the global warming issues. So therefore, I think it should be banned due to the air pollution problem.
And we have Jackie.
So in this debate, I'm going for a side for this motion for two reasons. Because smoking in public place will cause air pollution. It release greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and it will pollute the air on Earth, which will cause global warming. And second, it will produce waste because when they're smoking, it will be produce cigarette butt, and this is not a biodegradable thing, and which means it cannot be decayed naturally or observed by other things. So we should ban smoking in public place to protect our environment.
And this is Calvin's turn. You can start now.
I'm against science, and it is absolutely true that human resource is not enough. Hong Kong around have 600,000 smokers, and the police only have 13,000 people. So, for example, we can see that many smokers nowadays in Hong Kong smoke in the illegal places. However, and the police will not catch the smoker. It is because they maybe have more important things to do, such as saving people but not catching the smoker. Moreover, more people will smoke illegal. So I think the human resource is not enough. Thank you.
Annie, you have 1 minute. You can start now.
In this debate, I will be arguing against science. First, if smoking is banned, that will bring the negative economic impact. For example, the grocery stores will lose their customers, and also if restaurants and bars are smoke banning, that will be lose a lot of smokers. Moreover, I think that smoking in public places will release their pressures. When they are working, they may need some time to release their stress. Therefore, I think smoking should not be banned.
You have 8 minutes. You can start now.
First, I would like to reply to Jackie's point. I think it is really a good point that the cigarette end won't be, the cigarette end is non-biodegradable, which means it will eventually go to the landfill and become one of the waste. And therefore, that's exactly why we should ban it for the environment, in order to protect the environment. And however, for Annie's point, I'm sorry that I couldn't agree with it. because you have mentioned that the bars and restaurants might lose their smokers because once we ban it, then they can't smoke in the bars and restaurants and all of the places. However, I don't think the same. I think that the bars and restaurants might won't lose their customers because their customers are mainly went to there because they would like to chill, they would like to have some fun, to release the stress, to chat with their friends, to having a gathering instead of just go there and to smoke together. So I couldn't agree with you.
In my opinion, I agree. Any say it's because some restaurant and the bar, the main products will be the tobacco, and the customer will want to smoking and having tobacco product in the bar. So if we ban it, they may lose the restaurant will lose their money.
So I may want to respond to Kevin of saying banning smoking will cause back to the business because there will be less customer to the restaurant or the shop because they cannot smoke there. However, I think if they can choose not to smoke in a place because they have autonomy, they can choose not to smoke and to smoke in their home maybe or other private places. And also, we should ban smoking because it can prevent a teenager from smoking because it can let them know the harm effect of smoking, and there will reduce the amount of smokers.
I understand about Gigi's and Jackie's points. However, if the smoking is banned in the public areas, the workers and their employees cannot have the places to smoke. It will take away their freedom. Also, I think that smoking is the better way to release their pressures. As I mentioned, smoking can release their stress and pressures because it is claimed that cigarettes and tobacco products contain the nicotine, which will produce the dopamine within 7 seconds. Therefore, it is the quickest way to release their problem and pressures.
Yes, I can totally understand your point that you're saying smoking is actually a way for them to release pressures and to be more relaxed instead of less stressful. And also, if we did ban smoking and tobacco products in public places, it means we're taking away the freedom, the rights of them. However, I don't really think in that way because actually, while the process of smoking is actually releasing the secondhand smoke, and if we didn't ban it, it's like kind of forcing everyone around them to breathe in the secondhand smoke, and it is actually really harmful, and even more harmful than the first-hand smoke. It can cause a lot of problems. For example, cancers that can cause death. So I think in that way, health is more important than just the freedom.
I understand your point. I understand that health is very important, but I think that if we ban the smoke in the public area, it means that they have a long time can't smoke, and the smoker will have a bad reaction, and they will feel nervous and angry. They can't control their feeling. They may be do some dangerous things to other people. It may be very dangerous. What do you
Yes,
think?
of course. Having a stress relief is very important to us. For others, for the smokers, they smoke to release their stress. However, I think health is more important because not only for the smoker, for people around them, because smoking release those secondhand smoke, like what Didier said, they will release some the toxic chemicals or gases that is harm to our body, and also it will pollute the air, which will affect everyone on earth. And so we should ban smoking.
I understand your point, but I think that smokers can choose to whether smoke or not smoke. About the health problem, I think smoking should not be banned because smokers can choose, and this is their freedom.
Yes, I totally see your point. However, I'm still not agreeing with it. So first, I'd like to reply to Calvin's point that if the smokers are not smoking for a long time, a long while, then it might cause some bad reactions because the nicotine is actually addicted to them. And however, as far as I'm concerned, every smoker, the average number of each smoker smoking is 13 cigarettes per day. So I believe it's a lot more dangerous, like causing a lot more health issues than not smoking. And at the same time, I would like to also talk about another point is that the COVID problem, because nowadays we are having the COVID issues, and while they are smoking, they have to take off their mask, which means they are having chances being affected by the COVID, and that's why I think it should be banned.